What I'm about to show you is a very powerful way of resetting your nervous system. Now, if you're anything like me, you will be going, well, breathwork is probably a little bit overrated or overstated, and there isn't much evidence behind it. Now, I have to admit, I was wrong. This is a form of Kundalini breath. It is going to be uncomfortable. It has been popularized by a man called Wim Hof. And nowadays, there is a lot of evidence, scientific evidence, that backs up breathwork for being able to regulate the nervous system, as well as a whole host of other benefits. Now, what I will say is that you're going to feel uncomfortable, but it will take you about 3 minutes. And you will feel 100 times better at the end of it. If you are overwhelmed, if you are suffering from anxiety, if you are in a state where you have to try and get over an argument that you've had, or any one of the number of things that happens in today's world that causes us anxiety or overwhelm or where you just don't feel right, try this for 3 minutes and it will bring you back round. So I'm going to give you some of the evidence behind it. As I say, there is a whole host of scientific evidence behind it. But one interesting study happened in 2014 in the Netherlands, and Wim Hof, the fellow I was just talking about, was involved in the study. They took a group of 24 males and they split them into two. So 12 of them were the control group, and the other 12 went through a series of training. It had cold exposure, it had mindset work, but predominantly it was breath work. All 24 men were injected intravenously with a dead form of E. coli. Now, although it was dead, it still reliably provokes flu-like symptoms. And they then measured the difference between the two groups. The group that went through the training, everybody got ill, but the group that went through the training, they reported being not as unwell as the others, and they self-reported that they got better quicker. And they were the two things that were a little bit kind of loose in terms of science. But what they did measure objectively was cytokines. Now, cytokines are produced when your immune system is kicked into action. The group that went through training produced more anti-inflammatory cytokines, which helped them to recover quicker, and they produced less pro-inflammatory cytokines as well. And that was an objective difference between the two groups. And as well with the self-reported stuff about feeling better quicker, not feeling as ill, or certainly not as ill as the other group. This was quite a landmark study, because up until this point, we being humans, believed that we had no control over our immune system. It was an innate response. And the science is telling us that we do have an element of control. And this is one of the things that breathwork can help with. There are numerous benefits, trust me. You'll learn all about them in the group. So, let's get on with our Kundalini breath. We are going to do a mini version where we're going to inhale and exhale 15 times quite deeply. So you're going to take a big inhale with a sharp exhale, and we're going to do that 15 times. After that, you're going to inhale as deep as you can, and you're going to hold your breath for as long as you can. Then you're going to exhale as much of that out afterwards, and then you're going to hold at the bottom empty as well for as long as you can. Then after that, we're just going to return our breath to normal. This is the doing though. Don't get trapped in the knowing. You have to do. So let's get started. Are you ready? 15 breaths. All the way in and hold. Keep going if you can. In a moment, we're going to exhale till we're fully empty and then hold our breath again. In 3, 2, 1, exhale. And this is where it gets uncomfortable. Hold. And return to normal breathing. Now, to do the full thing, we need to do 30 deep inhales and exhales prior to the breath holds, okay? But as a mini reset, 15 breaths with the holds can make the world of difference to your nervous system regulation. Trust me, next time you feel overwhelmed, try it.